Hey, welcome back to the show, Everything Under the Sun, where we talk about everything and anything under the sun. Today, it's a brand new day, very hot, very sunny day, as you can see from the sun that's streaming in through the window. And happy Everything Under the Sunday if you're watching on a Sunday. We hope you're having a great day, great and sunny day, like a Sunday should be. But
What? What's that
like
intro?
Sunday, because like Sunday.
Bro, sunny days are for sleeping, man. Oh
Sunny
no.
days are not for sleeping,
No, bro. Like,
rainy days are for
you know,
sleeping.
I know, yeah, but you have you ever felt like in the afternoon where it's just so hot and you're just in your room, you're just doing assignments,
I,
and then you suddenly feel like dozing off? Do you?
yeah, true, true. But I, I,
Yeah.
I feel like I can't sleep when it's hot. Like, I'll sweat.
I mean,
Not very good.
I'll sleep when I sleep, man.
True, true, true.
But yeah, I mean, today we're just gonna talk about something a little close to our heart. But before that, have you been watching any good movies lately?
No,
No? MCO?
I mean
I feel like MCU
movies.
we've been watch people have been spending a lot of time at home like
Yeah, yeah.
binging drama and like
Good movies, definitely. Like there is. I mean, one particular one that I watched recently was The Green Knight. I really like that one.
oh, is it good?
Uh, what?
Was it good?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah. It stars Dev Patel and everything, and I think it's a nice take on the Arthurian drama. But anyway, I
Right.
digress. Today we're not talking about Arthurian dramas and good movies because we're talking about trash movies. Trash,
Yeah. So
absolute
fun
trash.
fun fact, right? The last movie I watched yeah, the last movie I watched was actually Shang-Chi, right?
Oh,
Uh from the MCU. And I mean I didn't get to watch it in the cinema,
yeah.
so I had to wait for it to come out on Disney Plus,
Okay.
which it just did in the past week, I think last Friday on the 12th.
Yep.
So I waited till the 12th of November to watch Shang-Chi, which was out since September. And honestly, hot take, it was horrible.
It
Like I
was. It
didn't
really was.
okay, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't that good. Like I didn't enjoy it as much as I did.
I
Lah.
think. I think Shang-Chi was. It, I mean, there are people who love it, right? But then there are people who like really absolutely hate it. You know, I know like film people. I mean, film critics who say like, oh, like how do you have Tony Leung in the movie and still make it bad? You know,
Dude, but I feel like right, but it got so high ratings on the Rotten Tomatoes, like
I I guess because Rotten
score chart.
Tomatoes is mostly like
There's like audience
it's audience
reviews
reviews,
and
right?
there's like critics review as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, but it was like quite high at 90 something,
I
almost the same as Black Panther. And
honestly I feel like it might be because of the Asian representation. You know, it's like
you know, okay, like I have to give it to them, lah. Right, the fight scenes were okay. Spoiler alert: if you haven't watched Shang-Chi,
yeah.
right? If you haven't watched Shang-Chi, then
Then click off.
you're
Why are
just
you
you're just
watching this
missing
video?
out, lah. Right,
You know?
but honestly, I have to give it to them. The fight scenes were actually really good.
Yeah, I
Were
agree.
really well choreographed, and it was really good. Like it was like when I watched it, it reminded me of like Jackie Chan
Yeah, yeah.
type film.
Especially like the first act when he had like the jacket and everything. It's like
Yeah, yeah, correct. Cause like I heard that they got the stunt director actually worked as one of the
yeah,
stuntmen in the Jackie Chan
yeah.
films, like with the Jackie Chan like film group and everything.
Mm.
So I had to give that to them. It was really good. But apart from that, I felt the plot was a bit like
The plot was oh my god. I feel like the plot is as it's so convoluted. It's like
right.
who is the villain? Like you don't introduce a villain at the end and say like okay this is the real bad guy. You know like not the
Yeah,
guy we've been introduced to like way before, and
yeah,
like you know that's the
yeah,
villain we thought we
yeah, yeah,
had.
yeah.
You know, but you know
Yeah, but back to what you say about Asian representation. I feel like one reason why they, like you say lah,
mm.
people liked it. The Americans, the whites liked it because like, yay, Asian
Yeah,
representation.
like
Wow,
we're not that bad
kung
after
fu
all. You
kung fu
know,
film. You
we
know,
let Asians have their own movie.
but like I feel like one of the reasons why I personally didn't find it good is because I watched a lot of like Cantonese films,
Right.
like even recently, right? Like those police shows and those kind of like Hong Kong type
Yeah.
films. And then if you compare that to like this, I know this is like a Marvel film, a Hollywood film, but it does have a lot of Chinese like Asian elements to it,
Yeah.
right? And
Like
if you compare, like
for
you have people
example,
like Tony Leung, and like practically a quarter of the film is spoken in Mandarin and everything,
exactly.
and you compare that to like the normal Asian films that we're used to and the quality that they bring,
Mm-hmm.
this really just,
It drops the ball.
yeah.
It
I
drops the
mean,
ball.
I don't know if you guys watching actually watch like Hong Kong shows, like police shows,
Yeah,
crime
yeah.
dramas, but they're actually pretty good,
That's why.
honestly.
That's why they should have just gotten like a Chinese
A
actor,
Chinese director,
director,
right? A
not
director
actor,
and
director.
a Chinese producer too, who sort of like knows,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But I mean, gripes aside, I think one thing that we can agree that was bad was the CGI.
yeah. The
CGI
CGI towards the end,
towards
especially
the
with the
end, and also like at the start of the film, like when Wenwu like when he first discovers the place, like when he had
mm,
when his truck gets like
wrecked
wrecked, right,
by the bamboo
by the
forest.
bamboo forest. The CGI looks so terrible in that one. Like
I
you
mean,
just
I didn't have a problem with CGI. My main problem was the big flying monster at the end.
oh no, yeah,
That really put me off. I watched it, right, and I was like, okay, cool. But anyway, I realized the whole plot was sort of like getting Wenwu to open the gate,
yeah,
and then he sort of like actually went there and opened the gate, and this freaking kaiju came out
yeah,
and just started like, what? And then there's the dragon, right? I kind of wish like Marvel sort of stuck to the roots of it, like the origin story roots, lah, like
yep,
how they did with like Iron Man, how they did
yep.
with Black Panther. Let the main villain be the main
Yeah,
villain,
exactly. Don't
right?
introduce like a big flying dragon just to fulfill a CGI, like a big third act CGI fight scene. Because that's, if you think about it, that's the whole Marvel structure of
Yeah,
a
yeah,
movie.
correct.
You know,
The
it's like
third act is the
there's a first act fight, and there's like a middle act fight, and the third act you have a whole you got like a whole big like CGI kind of
it's like,
fight.
yeah, yeah, correct, correct, correct. But I feel like that brings us to the question, right?
Mm.
Like, do you think the MCU currently, Marvel currently, is biting off more than they can chew? Because I feel like for Shang-Chi and the whole of Phase 4, lah, basically,
Mm.
right? They're just stuffing a lot of
Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah. Don't get me started on
they
Eternals.
keep stuffing a lot of characters inside. And I
Yeah,
feel like they're trying to build the new story arc,
yeah,
and they're trying to bring more characters inside while tying them into the bigger story.
yeah, yeah.
And I feel like, especially for Shang-Chi, I felt like it was a bit too over.
No, I feel like Shang-Chi was okay in the sense that they played off the cameos to a certain extent. Like they didn't have like, or like Spider-Man just swooping by, or like Ant-Man, because they like, given that they were in San Francisco, like
Mm,
they could very well have like the Ant-Man group like
true.
having appearing. But I think it's good that they didn't,
Mm,
because like just let Shang-Chi be his own man, you know? I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
But the thing was, it was at the end where the Mega Soul Sucker came, and then it's sort of like they mentioned like, okay, like the dark dimensions open, and then the post credit scene sort of set up like, okay, there's a beacon, a homing signal sent out to
Wherever.
wherever, right? But it just feels like they're just throwing a lot of stuff inside
Yeah.
and hoping it would turn out well, I guess.
Yeah.
Cause like, okay, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure both of us grew up watching the MCU when
Yep.
it first came out. We went through Iron Man and the rest. Like, we were probably six then, lah, right? But we caught up with everything that was going on.
Yep.
And I felt like after watching it back one more time, the whole MCU, I felt at the start they sort of, how to say, crafted the characters really well.
Yep.
Like if Iron Man, the origin,
Yeah, I think if I could say something about that, is
mm,
because like it wasn't planned at the start. Like they never really intended to group them
true.
together. It's
It's
only
true.
until they had the Avengers film
Mm,
that they had to like fill in plot holes and like things at the end. Because like
mm,
if you think about it, like the Incredible Hulk
mm.
with Edward Norton,
Yeah.
he wasn't even the like, where did Mark Ruffalo come from?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
just suddenly
True, true, true.
casted him for Avengers, and
When I was
then
younger, I didn't really like realize that. I was
yeah,
like, eh, same
yeah.
people. Why not? Why different people?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I as when I was younger, I didn't really watch the Incredible Hulk film because
Mm.
just wasn't a Hulk guy. He just felt like a big green monster to me, so I wasn't really interested in that. But then like, I just feel like it's better when they didn't plan things, because like it's only when they plan, after they planned the thing, that they had to like get everything
It's
right. You know what I mean?
it's true
Yeah.
lah. But yeah, lor, I feel like that's the reason why they didn't plan, right. But then the origin, like the characters feel much more grounded. Especially if you look at the original Avengers, they
Mm.
feel much more like what? And even later characters that they brought in, like Guardians of the Galaxy, or like um or even Spider-Man or Black Panther,
Yeah.
those stories are still very
I think
grounded in
because
itself.
also because like they didn't. introduced like a lot of characters in.
Mm.
Like with Shang-Chi, there was like what? Um I mean, okay, honestly, I think Shang-Chi was okay with like introducing the character wise.
Mm.
I just feel like Eternals,
Okay.
that was the
Okay, I haven't watched Eternals yet, so
but
no
like
spoilers.
okay,
No
no,
spoilers.
but like I mean, no spoilers, right? But
Yeah,
then
yeah,
like you know that like just look at the trailer, like you see there are already like what 12 Eternals there.
yeah.
There's
Like the whole Justice League.
no, there's like two times the Justice League.
There's Superman. There's Tina is probably like Wonder Woman or
Wonder
something,
Woman, and then
right?
like there's
Who's
the
Batman?
cyborg Fastos,
Okay, yeah,
and then like I mean, I just feel like they're just doing too much with too little. Like they should have just. I feel like they should have just spun it off in like a Disney Plus series. You know,
right.
they
Take
should have
more
a
time to like explore the
yeah,
characters
like
and
they can
everything.
have like one episode per character. Because if you're gonna have 12 characters, you're not gonna flesh out. Like I feel like the movie was very rushed in its writing. Like it didn't flesh out the characters. You know,
Right.
like they just showed you that, and then that was it. You know,
Mm.
like hey, okay, so there's this guy, there's this guy, there's this guy, there's this guy. Okay, care about them. You know.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I mean like the if you think about it, the phase four of the MCU sort of started out with, was it Far From Home, or was it after that? I think it started off with the Disney Plus series,
probably
because like they went on a one year break last year because of Corona and
COVID.
everything. Then this year we sort of feasted on like the few Disney Plus series lah.
Mm.
So like WandaVision, Falcon, Loki.
I think
What do
those
you
were
think about
pretty
that?
good. I mean, it was pretty good for a engagement, like a mid-year engagement. Like,
Mm,
I mean, considering that they're not putting out any movies and anything,
right.
I think smaller screen is a good
It's the way to
plan,
go.
like business wise. But
Yeah.
then like I feel like they under delivered. Like I
What?
feel like they were just there for the sake of being there.
Really?
Okay, actually Wonder Vision like in novelty was pretty good
Mm,
because I think the concept of it was pretty like good because
yeah.
like genre switching and everything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
then came Falcon and
Falcon.
the Winter Soldier.
I know you have. I know we have disagreements on this because I actually really like Falcon Winter Soldier.
No,
Like honestly, like after WandaVision was really good to me. So like I was like, okay, how can Marvel top it up with Falcon, right? But I watched Falcon and I actually liked it a lot.
no,
I actually did.
no,
I
you
know
didn't.
I like the action and everything because it
No
was more
way.
like a real world kind of like,
Okay,
you
okay.
know, right?
I get the need that it satisfies, right?
Mm,
But then I just don't get the writing. Like again, if you look at, I mean, spoilers for this, of course, because like probably everyone who wants to see it already has seen it.
yeah, yeah.
Like the scene where Falcon goes like is all the way at the end when he like tells people to do
Captain
better,
America
when he
already.
tells the world leaders to do better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you saying? You know, like nothing you're saying makes sense because it's
Do
like
better.
do better. What does that mean? You know, it's not very logical and practical. You know, what does doing
Yeah.
better look like?
It's
What
very
does it feel
idealistic
like?
lah, basically, right?
Exactly.
I mean, it's Captain America.
But then the way he flip flopped, you know, like he went with, oh, okay, the villain is good. I want to try helping the villain, but the villain also killed people. You know, like you're really siding with someone who kills people.
He's not siding. He's sort of empathizing, right?
No, no, no.
That's what Captain
That,
America does.
no, that's not.
Yes.
You don't
Okay.
make friends with terrorists.
You don't. Of course, you don't make friends with terrorists. But he actually got to know like Carly personally. Got to talk to her. And he
Yeah,
sort of
but
like understood. And there's John Walker, right? Which I think
I,
the John Walker plot twist I didn't really see coming
I, I think,
when he killed the guy.
yeah, I think
Oh, that was crazy.
I like John Walker better.
Yeah.
Like as a character, he feels more developed than Anthony Mackie as Falcon. But I mean,
Yeah.
writing is just all about writing. And Bucky was just
Bucky was just there.
Bucky was just
His
there.
best friend.
He was just
Tagging
like
along for the ride. But
exactly.
I feel like I'm looking forward to Captain America 4 to see how much deeper they sort of dive into
Yeah,
it,
yeah, I guess.
right? Because we want to see how Anthony Mackie does as Captain America.
Yeah,
Because this was at the end of the movie, at the end of the show, he became Captain
yeah,
America.
essentially.
And then like, so don't know how in which direction they're gonna explore lah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I feel like we can agree that the best out of the three
It's
is actually
definitely
Loki.
Loki.
It's
I feel
definitely
like
Loki,
everything
right?
was leading up. Like
Correct.
everything was just filler. You know, the main attraction was just Loki.
Bro, Loki was so good.
Loki was good.
Loki was
I
really
think
good.
in terms of driving the MCU forward, I
Yeah,
think that's the show to watch.
yeah,
Yeah.
for
So
real, for real.
as a Marvel fan, I hate to
Mm.
admit it, but I'm kind of a Marvel fan.
Why do you hate to admit it?
It's kind of gay, but I
Why?
mean, Yeah, I think Loki was the best in the terms in the sense that you like Loki died, yes, but
Yeah.
then the concept of it is really good because it like
Loki didn't die
Loki died, but Loki died
in
in
Infinity War. Yeah, okay,
Infinity
but
War.
this one he didn't die. Yeah.
But then the in the way they introduced the character as a new variant of another timeline,
Right.
I think like it's good that they started with that and they
Mm.
used that as a premise to
Yeah.
introduce us into the multiverse and like
Yeah.
timelines and everything, like alternate timelines and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like a lovable character, like people like Loki.
Mm.
But then you kill off Loki and you introduce a new one, but oh, he's a variant. So like people are more okay
Yeah.
with the idea of a multiverse because
Correct.
of that, you know?
Correct. 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 I
Yeah.
feel like, yeah, like what you said, this show set up the multiverse and everything, lah. Right.
Yep.
And it sort of Marvel opened a door to themselves, like open the door of unlimited possibilities for
Wow.
themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you look at like What If and everything. I don't know if you watch What If. Did
What
you watch What
I
If?
watched What If.
I
What
like
If
What If.
I didn't like What If.
I didn't like all the episodes, but I generally like most of it.
Okay, my problem with What If is that there's so many plot holes. Like, how did Ultron get so powerful? Because they already said that the Infinity Stones only work in that reality, the current universe. That I mean, like they already set like boundaries for the Infinity Stones, and then What If just went like, okay, I'll do you one better. I'll break those boundaries. You know,
Oh, it's
it's like a
true.
big
He
ass
sort of
plot hole.
used it like outside realities, right?
Exactly.
He
He
used it
used
in
it
like
to
in between
he
the
used
different
it to
universes.
yeah to go in between and go to other realities and other universes. So
It's
like,
true.
where does the line? Where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
So I think like the MCU now is just okay. But let's just like condense it back to
Okay.
where do you think the MCU is going right now and like the current state of the MCU. I think it's they're just they're just trying to. I feel like for me, Endgame was like
The end.
the end of like good MCU. You know,
Really?
now it's just like
I'm really optimistic about the next phase, though. I really
eh,
am.
okay, honestly, a lot of times, like when I watch the leaks, like when
Mm.
I watch theory crafting, like people like
Mm.
crafting theories about it and like talking about the leaks, right?
Right.
I don't feel as excited anymore because it's like, okay, what else can they do? You know, it's like, okay, they did this, they did that, they did
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
but then like it's hard to envision, like,
Right.
but then I think maybe it's just a matter of time, lah. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like we're in that phase now where they're sort of trying to build the story. Like, I mean, there are definitely a lot more theories now than they were like 10 years ago. Especially when the first Iron Man came out, and then at the end, Nick Fury was like, "Here, talk to you about the Avengers
Yeah,
Initiative," right?
but
So
but but do you think that like Marvel is trying to manufacture that culture of theory crafting also? It's like because like now they leave us guessing in the sense
mm,
that we don't know what the clear like the route is, right? So I think do you think it's a good thing that they're manufacturing it or do you think it feels forced? Because I feel like it feels a bit forced.
yeah, it doesn't feel forced. I just feel like they're just intentionally, like I can tell they're intentionally like leaving
Leaving
these
us
kind of
out of it,
Easter
right?
eggs for us to sort of like guess and for
Right,
people
right,
to
right.
sort of speculate.
True, true.
But I feel like I don't. It doesn't seem forced because like as for now, the story still seems like to me. I feel like they're just heading into the multiverse and sort of expanding on that whole thing, and then it sort of leaves them with an opportunity to bring like dead characters like Iron Man back, of a Black
But
Widow back. But
yeah,
that's from a different universe. I
yeah.
don't think they'll go down that route,
Because
but
I think if
there's
you
an
do
option
that
for
then
them to do
like
that.
it makes their sacrifices less worthwhile.
Yeah, it's
And I
true.
think the entire like concept of multiversal theory is that
Mm,
it's very hard to craft a story based on that because it's like where do you draw the line? Where's the limit? You know,
it's true. It's true.
like is there like a boundary you cannot cross? Because like if they're doing a lot of these things, then they're like moving more into like the celestials or like the space gods
That's what they're
kind
trying
of
to do.
realm. You know.
Like honestly, I feel like they're trying to bring in more cosmic threats.
Mm,
They're trying to bring in more mystic threats
true.
as well, like those kind of bigger scale.
True.
What? But I just hope that like it comes back to the question: are they biting off more than they can chew?
Yeah.
Because I mean, just to like wrap it off, like we both saw the Spider-Man trailer that
Oh
just came out
yeah.
this week, right?
Mm,
I'm honestly really excited for it because like I mean, we can't deny Toby and Andrew Garfield is in the show, lah, right? I'm not gonna try to tell you otherwise.
yeah.
But a lot of things that are just happening in the movie, I feel like I don't know whether Spider-Man will turn out to be a good show. I mean, it would turn out to be a very successful show, film wise
Definitely, like money
and
wise.
revenue wise,
Mm, mm.
because like the hype for the show is unreal.
Correct, correct.
But whether the story stands alone as one of the better Spider-Man
Yep,
films out of all the rest, like including the Raimi verse and the Amazing Spider-Man universe,
yep.
whether it sort of stands as one of the better ones,
Mm.
or it just
Falls off.
becomes like Amazing Spider-Man 2, where they try to stuff more characters inside and it ends
Ah,
up going to
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think that it's honestly very hard to tell, but I think from the amount of characters on, but okay, but the thing is, the characters that they're bringing back or like putting
Mm,
into Spider-Man 3 is kind of like people we already know. You know,
yeah,
it's
I
like
get that.
familiar characters. You know, they're not giving like Eternals kind of shit. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
they're
true,
not
true.
stuffing like 12 people that you
You
never
never
heard
know,
about.
right?
Like
And you have no sort of like connection to. I
exactly,
feel like this is
exactly.
a good Spider-Man was a good marketing point because they're attracting different people who might not be an MCU fanboy, but have watched the Raimi verse earlier
Yeah,
on
yeah,
in
yeah.
early 2000s,
Mm.
and they know people like Doctor Octopus, Green Goblin, even
Yep,
like Sandman, like these kind of people. Like you know, I mean, even my parents have watched Spider-Man 3 with me last time,
yep,
the Raimi one.
yep.
So they're attracting a different crowd into the MCU. But what worries me was the last part where Doctor Strange was like, actually, do people skip trailers? Because I don't want to spoil trailers for other people. Just don't, right? It's on YouTube. lah.
I mean, just look at the amount of views they have. They have like a few million.
Hey, I saw it very damn funny. Batman, right? After 1 month, there's like 33 million views or something, or
Uh,
3.3 million
uh,
views. Then Spider-Man after like 1 hour, there was already like 3.1 million views. It's damn funny. I saw a meme
right,
out of that.
right.
But okay, what sort of worries me was that in the last part, Doctor Strange was like, they're coming through
Yeah,
and I don't think I can stop them, that kind of thing, right?
yeah.
The last thing I want to see is suddenly another cosmic level threat like Dormammu comes in. Like how the Dweller of Darkness came in for Shang-Chi.
Mm, mm.
Because we all thought that Wenwu was gonna be the bad guy with the 10 rings, and it was just gonna be
But
Shang-Chi
I
and
think I
Wenwu.
think they
And then
wouldn't introduce Dormammu because he's not a Spider-Man villain.
it's true.
He's
But
more of a Doctor Strange villain. So I think
yeah.
what I would rather not see is like the entire X-Men showing up. You know,
Ooh, that X-Men show up.
I don't know because it's like because okay because I saw a theory about this. It's like
Right.
because they had it on they did it
Oh,
in
the Statue of
the Statue
Liberty?
of Liberty,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
that's where
The first
the
X-Men,
first
yeah.
X-Men had
Correct,
their
correct,
fight.
correct.
So like maybe they're trying to tie it in or something. But I mean I don't know. Yeah, it could be just because you know how theories. I mean not theories. You know how trailers like they stitch like clips
They do, yeah,
in
yeah.
like
They
in and
stitch
out.
the audio and everything, so
So like you don't know which comes first. So
correct,
that
correct.
could be like the scene of Doctor Strange could be just like the villains coming in or like Spider-Man coming in.
It's
You
true.
never know.
It's true. True.
Mm.
But yeah. I don't know, I'm just really excited for Spider-Man. And I think X-Men will only come in next year after
Next
during
year.
Multiverse of Madness. I
Mm.
think Multiverse of Madness is when the X-Men will come into the
Honestly,
MCU.
you never know. But
That is
I guess like I like how you phrase it is the MCU biting more than they can chew because I
yeah.
think with the films that they have put out so far,
Mm,
it's not great. It's not looking great. And I think Spider-Man might just be a commercial success, but like film wise, plot wise,
yeah.
might just dip
But
again.
I feel like Spider-Man is gonna be a very enjoyable watch. Because like you
Yeah.
said, there's a lot of household names and the characters that
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
familiar with and they're just inside. Uh but yeah, I feel like someone's gonna die. Yeah, predictions lah. I feel Happy's gonna die.
I feel like mm,
I feel Happy's gonna die. About time, man. He's been in here for so long. He's outlived freaking
I
Tony
think he
Stark.
did, I think he might if he dies, it will be of his own accord, like in real life. Like I'm pretty sure John Favreau wouldn't want to be in it anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay,
You
okay.
know,
Like he wants
he wants
it's
out.
not for the plot, but it's more like
He wants out.
he wants
You know,
out, that kind of
it's
thing.
like it's like the same Chris Evans thing, like how Chris Evans. Oh, I don't want to be Captain America anymore. I want
So
to
they
start
yeah.
directing films. You know, so I think it might go in that direction.
Yeah.
But I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
So I mean, let us know in the comments what you think. Is the MCU gonna be good. Was Endgame the end game for you? Cause I think it was for me. Now I just care less, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm kind of excited for DC now.
Really?
Yeah, with like Batman and everything.
I'm just excited for Batman. That's all.
I'm
I
excited
feel
for
like
Batman.
the prime example of biting off more than you can chew was is actually DC
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
with like the whole. They went from Man of Steel, then they went to
Ma-
freaking.
Man of Steel was a bad Superman movie. No, but I
Wasn't
think
it? It
yeah,
was good.
no, it's bad. But
It
that's
was
a topic for another day.
okay. Okay. Okay.
But I think like Batman vs Superman, like that was batting off more than you can chew. Cause like we've never had previous encounters with Ben Affleck as Batman
And Wonder
and
Woman
Wonder Woman, and then they just appeared
appeared.
like, hey, we're here.
Yeah, and then that set up the Justice League,
Exactly.
which we all know how that turned
Ah,
out. So let's just hope Marvel doesn't go down there route. I don't think so. I think Kevin Feige and the team is smart enough and they know what they're doing.
I hope
But
they do.
based on the what we've currently watched, I don't know, man. For me, it's just Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is making me rethink everything I know and everything I expect about Marvel. Honestly, Disney Plus series, I love it. I love them. Uh, just Shang-Chi. And
Maybe
of
Marvel
course,
should just stick to Disney Plus.
I mean, okay, let's see what they have upcoming. I mean, there's Hawkeye,
Yeah,
there is She-Hulk next year,
yeah.
Moon Knight, and then there's Secret Invasion.
Oh yeah, Moon Knight.
Secret
I'm
Invasion.
really looking forward for Moon Knight.
Is Blade a movie or a series?
I have no idea.
Yeah, but Moon Knight was good. Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm.
The trailer was sick.
Anyone with Isaac in the name, great. Anyway, I I guess that's enough time we have for today. Yeah, let us know down in the comments below what you think of the MCU, and if you think they're gonna fall off in the next 10 years.
Yeah. Let
But
us know if you agree with us. If you disagree with us,
yeah,
we're happy to pick fights in the comments.
exactly. But keep it civil though. Don't swear.
Yeah.
Be nice. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, leave a like. If you did, leave a like as well. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get notified with all our latest videos. And follow us on Spotify, Apple Music, not music,
For music.
podcast, to stay updated on all the podcasts in audio form, not
Mhm.
video form. And have a good day. See ya.
See you.
Bye.